Let's start in a tabletop position, and all we're going to do from here is make some circles through the spine, rolling around nice and slow, pressing out through the sides of the body, draw the belly down at the bottom and round out as much as you can at the top. Tuck the tailbone and go the other way. Breathing in and out of your nose. We're keeping the arms straight and trying to really roll through the trunk of the body, work into the spine. And then from there, come back to a neutral position. You can give the wrists a little bit of a stretch, turn the fingers towards you, pull them closer in towards you if your wrists are super tight. And I like to just hook the toes here as well, so I can work wrists and feet together. Make some circles, move around, back and forth, side to side. You can go onto the backs of the hands as well, maybe both together or one at a time. Keeping the arms straight, and then let's place the palms down, shoulder width, feet hip width, hook your toes, lift your hips into a downward dog. In this position, knees can be bent if your hamstrings don't quite want you to extend them yet, or if you're feeling too much weight in the shoulders. Maybe extend one and switch, maybe extend both. Elevate the shoulder blades, press the ground away and draw the lower ribs in. We're breathing in and out of the nose. Feeling the whole back of the body open up. Feel the shoulders working. Reach one hand across to the opposite leg. That can be the thigh, the calf or the ankle. Adding this rotation. And then switch to the other side. From there, you're back in your downward dog. Breathe into it. All we're going to do from here is lift the eyes, come forwards to a plank and go straight onto the tops of your feet, opening up into an upward dog. Lengthen your spine, squeeze the glutes, press through the shoulders, engage the tops of your legs. Lift the hips from there, go back to a downward dog. And we'll do that twice more. Coming forwards, upward dog and open. Lift the hips, back to downward dog. And again, coming forwards, into your upward dog and back into your downward dog. From this position, we're going to take our right foot up outside the right hand. You can do that in as many steps as you need to get there. Hands can be elevated on blocks, otherwise we're just making some circles into the hips. Maybe the forearms can come down. From there, we'll go back to downward dog. Draw the left foot up. Again, hands can be elevated. Make it feel just a little bit more accessible if you're feeling really tight. So make some circles. You can stay on the hands. Maybe work the forearms down. Let's go back to the hands and back to downward dog. Breathe into it. Take the right foot up again. Working into those hips again. You can go down to the forearms or stay on the hands. Think about lengthening at the spine, squeeze the glutes. We're going to take the hand that's furthest away from this front foot out to the side even more, so we can then work into the hips a bit deeper, press the hip open, maybe even look over the shoulder and move around in it. You can go onto the forearm at the back as well. And then reach this top arm up and overhead. Bring yourself back and go to downward dog. Draw the left foot up. Nice deep lunge again. Maybe working the forearms down again. We're now going to take this hand out even further off the mat. Gently push this hip open. Move around in it. The back knee can be down if that needs to happen. Bring it down if that feels better. Maybe go into this forearm. And then come back to the hands and downward dog. Walking through the feet. This time, draw your right foot up between the hands. Lower the back knee, squeeze the glutes and open the hips. From here, it can feel nice to raise the arms up. And now all we're going to do is bring the hands to the hips, send the hips back. This front leg is going to extend. You can point the toes and extend it. You can also keep a soft bend in the knee and you can flex the foot. So have a bit of a play with all of those positions. I'm going to pull my toes up, extend my leg, hinge at the hips. Thinking about drawing my belly button to the thigh. From there I can also point it. Pointing it's going to lengthen, it's going to feel a bit more comfortable if your hamstrings are feeling super tight. Hands can come down and then turn this front foot side to side. Keep breathing in and out of the nose, focusing on trying to fold even deeper on those exhales. Obviously, if this is way too much for you right now, stay up here. Soft bend at the knee, push the bum back, and that's going to help you with that hip hinge. We're going to bring the hands forward, bend into that front leg, back to downward dog. Bring your left foot up, lower the back knee, maybe elevate the arms, squeeze the glutes, open that back hip, and then send the hips back. Hands to hips, hinge by pushing that bum back. You can point the toes, you can flex the foot, you can turn it side to side, hands can come forwards, creating some space into the hamstrings. Each exhale, trying to find even more space. And let's come forwards, press through the hands, back to downward dog. Walking through the feet, maybe feeling a bit more length in the legs perhaps. This time, raise your right leg up, doesn't have to be high. Feel the work in the back of this leg as the top leg lifts. If it feels comfortable to take it higher, you can. Maybe bend the knee and open that top hip. We'll make some circles with that hip. So if it's low, you can still circle it. Otherwise, take it higher. 3 big circles, one way, and then 3 the other way. From there, extend the leg up. We're now going to draw the knee in and come towards pigeon. So take the knee, if it's the right knee in, take it towards the right wrist. The foot does not need to connect with the left wrist. Take the back leg back. So from here, unless the front shin is at 90 degrees, don't dorsiflex your ankle. You can allow that foot to kind of soften. Press through the legs. Squeeze the glutes. And then we'll just do 5 hinges at the hips. And you can place 1 or as many blocks as you need underneath this front thigh. You can also let this back leg bend out to the side and sit more 90-90, and this might feel a lot more accessible to begin with. You don't want to feel any pain in your knee, so if you do, you must stop. We're going to hinge over this front hip and press through the legs to come up. I'm going to take my hands to my hips, but you can keep them on the floor. Hinging forwards and then press to sit, engage the glutes. And again, breathing, moving, feeling that engagement into the lower body as you come up. 1 more. Bring the hands to the ground, press through the hands, hook the back toes, go to downward dog. From downward dog, raise your left leg up. Again, doesn't have to be high. Work with what you got. You can maybe take it higher if that feels okay. Bend the leg and circle. 3 big circles one way, 3 the other. From here, extend the leg up. Draw the knee forward, so taking that left knee towards the left wrist. The foot can tuck in, the back leg can go back. If the leg is at 90, you can flex that foot. So maybe elevate the hip again, use some blocks, use your hands for assistance. Shouldn't be feeling anything funky in this knee. And if you need to, sit. More 90-90 here. Press the legs into the ground. We're going to add those hinges. So hands can come to the hips or hands can be on the floor. Hinging over, press into the legs to come up, squeeze your bum. Should feel lots of heat in this one. Really feel that outer hip and glutes working really hard. Once more. From here, bring the hands down, hook the back toes and go into downward dog. Walking through the feet. noticing how the legs are feeling. All we'll do from here is come up to the tiptoes, lower the knees down, take them wide, have your big toes touching. Press your bum to your heels, walk your hands in front. We're going to walk the hands around to one side as far as we can. You can even anchor that wrist into this stretch. Keep your head nice and low and feel that lateral side body opener. Expand out through the ribs. Let's walk them around to the other side as far as you can. Hold the wrist. And from here, come back to the center. We'll slide the hands to the very top corners of the mat. You can elevate them on blocks. And then we're just going to draw the forehead down, opening into the shoulders, so you will feel a deeper stretch if the hands are a bit elevated. Or you can work the chest towards the ground, more of an extension to the mid-upper back. And then bring yourself back up. We're going to sit in a kneeling position. And from here, bring the hands behind you, if that's comfortable enough to do. You can sort of lean back, open the chest. From here, squeeze the bum and lift the hips. You can stay there or come up higher, bring the hands to the lower back, top of the bum, roll the shoulders back, open the chest, squeeze your glutes so your hips push forward and expand the chest. Draw the elbows back towards each other. Hold the weight of your head. Keep the hands onto the back, or if you want to go a bit further, hook the toes, hold the heels, or unhook the toes. Feel that deep chest opener, deep spine extension. Hips must press forward, don't let them fall back here. Slowly take the bum back, bring the hands forward, and once more, go into our chest opener. You can keep the hips above the knees, draw the forehead down or the chin. Bring the hands back, tuck the bum, curl up into cat stretch. Tuck your chin. Keep tucking the tailbone, press the ground away. And gently release. We'll just cross the ankles, come onto our bum, and from here, we're just going to take the legs up and overhead, keep the weight on the shoulders, don't let it go on your neck. So rock back, hold the hips. The weight is in the backs of the arms and the shoulders. I can draw the knees in. If my hamstrings at the back of my body allow it, and take the legs all the way over. From here, super slow, start to roll down and you can rest. Bring yourself onto the ground however is comfortable. Allow yourself a good few minutes of relaxation. Allow yourself to just sink into the ground. Notice where the breath sits in the body. With every exhale, just feel yourself sinking further and further, allowing yourself to relax.